So I'm here to talk about the Revlon Photoready Airbrush Foundation. I picked this up at CVS the other day just out of curiosity because they had a really nice display and it caught my attention. I've never seen anything like this before. I know this year Maybelline also came up with something similar, but I haven't tried that either. Now, I have heard that the original Photoready foundation happens to make you look like a disco ball with like chunks of glitter in it, but I've never tried it, so I can't really vouch for that. My initial impression was like this pump thingy was really hard for me to control. I don't know, it just like, even if I tried to pump out a little, there'd still be a little bit of foundation gushing out of the top, which is not really what I had expected. But it looks like this. They're just like little poofy bubbles, and then like it looks, and then when you blend it out, now it looks like I pumped out a lot. I didn't mean to pump out this much, but it just, like I said, you don't really have much control over it. Let me blend this out first. So when I put this on, I was like, okay, first of all, the shade is not the correct shade. I don't know if you can tell, but it makes my hand look orange. You see that? So I was like, okay, well, this isn't really gonna work because it's not really the right shade. But when I put it on my face, it was like, okay, well, I'll try to make this work, you know. I'll put a lighter powder to soften it up. The thing I don't like about this is that it made my face look really oily. So I had to put a powder, like whether or not I wanted to like lighten up the shade or not, I really needed to put the powder. And it wasn't like over the typical T-zone area, it was like all over my cheeks too. And I am not an oily person. I have normal skin. I wouldn't even consider it dry. Maybe like the crevices of my nose, but that's about it. And this really enhanced those lines, like the dry marks on my nose, like on the side of my noses, on the side of my nose. So I really didn't like it, and I don't know if you can tell, but it just enhances like fine lines, which is not really what you want, especially if you have like wrinkles or whatever. So I don't have any, but I'm just saying. I don't notice like any huge chunks of glimmer, but you do notice a slight shimmerness on your face. I haven't taken any photos while I was wearing this foundation. It was just like, I don't know, I didn't really like it. I thought it would be nice compared to the Color Stay, just because it has like a pump and the packaging was more convenient, but it's not. The pump for this foundation is actually really hard to control the amount that you get out of it, especially since it's mousse, so you don't really need a lot, because when I only put like a dollop pea size and it could cover like my whole hand and more. So you can tell just from that it wasn't, you know, hang on, sorry. 咩啊？佢走返㗎啦！我唔知啊，你唔好問我啦。Okay, so I'm gonna try not to let this like distract me, because last time this happened, like my grandmother just kept interrupting my videos, and someone was like, oh, you only let it interrupt you because you get distracted easily or whatever. So let me just get back on track. Anyways, and I can't edit my videos and I don't want to redo this. So I'm not too fond of this particular foundation. I have seen better, and I'm trying out the Color Stay, and so far I like that much more than this, and they're around the same price range, so I wouldn't recommend getting this. Although this is like new, and it's kind of like unique because no one has ever come up with something like this before, or up until like this year, you know, Maybelline has. But I wouldn't really recommend this for people who have already found, like, if you already have the Color Stay, this is not anything better. So don't get this, especially since it's like $14 for this tiny little thing. I don't recommend it. And by the way, this shade that I have is in Natural Beige in 040. So yeah, again, like I said, the pump is really hard to control. No matter how, like if you press too lightly, nothing's gonna come out. And if you put a little bit of pressure, like it just foams up everywhere. So yeah, I definitely don't recommend it. I don't have that one on today. I actually have Color Stay on, which I recommend much better over this foundation. But I wanted to try it, you know, because it's new for the new spring collection and it was in a pretty display. So yeah, that is pretty much it. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Of course, as always, I'll have the link to my blog, Twitter, and Tumblr, and all the other links down below. And I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.